Stars on the way I vibe when I walk into the room. Wind blows underneath the soles of my brand new pair of shoes. I got the attention, I'm on a mission. No sweat in the way I step, I got a fresh new attitude. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. New look, got the ladies shook. New watch saying it's my time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. Cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. I'm there with a vision. Got a passion, making it happen. Ready for action. And this is my world now.
You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up? It's Christmas Day. We can't do it. You know what happens on the holidays? People have fun. And more than 50% of the fun is sex. And you know, most men tonight are going to bust a nut. You know that. And I'm actually dressed up for a dinner, for Christmas dinner. But I thought I'd go live for 1 hour. Whoever comes on, it was meant for you. We can't do it tonight. You can't bust a nut tonight. Whether it's with your girlfriend, your wife, or worse, with porn. We got to finish the year strong, guys. We got to keep going. A lot of us failed No Nuts November, but for just today, just for the 25th, today, let's do a No Nuts XMAS. Just for the rest of the day. What time is it? 4 p.m. EST. I don't know where you are in the world, but before the night over, before 26 hits, let's honor ourselves. Let's keep the life in our body. Let's keep the self-love going, because the results are tremendous. The benefits are tremendous. And these days, when I refer to semen retention benefits, I'm no longer even talking about the physical benefits of strength in the body, dexterity, vitality, the glow. Yes, they're all great benefits. I just left the gym. I mean, sometimes I have to quit working out because I do my program and still do some more. I have to just tell myself, you need to stop right now and go home, right? Because I got to recover. I got to sleep, right? I got to get some protein. I don't want to overexhaust the body. Arguably, but yeah, I have to stop myself. That's the power. That's the strength in me. That's the keep going type of energy in my body, right? But when I refer to semen retention benefits these days, I'm really mainly referring to the psychological benefits, the mental benefits, the emotional benefits, the social benefits. For me and for many men in the world, past or present, contemporary or ancient, semen retention has a direct relationship with your financial bottom line. The better you look, the better you sound, the better connected you are, the more focused you are, the more work you do, the more you go the extra mile, the more money you will attract. And that happens different ways. You may be given more money. You may be offered more money. You may have ideas on how to create other products and how to better deliver your current products. Or you may be given gifts where you get to save money. You understand? Where you may be given credit where you get to save money. You may purchase an item. So let's say I purchased an item on Amazon, right? And it was the wrong item. I needed a 15-pin type of adapter. I ordered a 9-pin. I went to return it. They offered me to process the credit automatically right now to a gift card on Amazon. And then I get to keep the product. Well, keeping the product, then I can purchase another adapter to use with that wrong product, and so I can use it. So basically, I got the product for free and I saved money. It's just one example, and that happened yesterday, and that's why I'm using it as the most recent example. But that's what happens. I went to purchase a pre-workout, right? I got one, and I happened to run into a old store manager that I knew from another city that we used to chat at GNC, and he moved to my city right now, working at the GNC there, and he gave me another pre-workout. So I left with 2 pre-workouts. So I have 2 months worth of pre-workout supply. Those kind of things. Do you think they happen randomly? They don't, because when you were on PM or when you were killing yourself, when you were jerking off every night, you didn't have that energy, you didn't have that power, you didn't have that presence. People didn't think of giving you stuff. People didn't think of giving you credit or paying stuff for you. My water. Like I said, I just finished working out, so I have a lot of pre-workout in my system as well as protein, so I need some water. Give me a second, real quick. And so these days when I talk about semen retention benefits, I'm really mostly referring to these types of benefits: social, financial first, and then the physical. But when I first started, like everybody else, I used to talk about the physical benefits more. And you know I'm not going to talk about female attraction. Duh. You have more energy in you, you have more power in you, women gravitate towards you. Your ex will return in your life, and when she returns, she will be more feminine, sweeter, more expressive. You will be the king now. And of course, just like at the gym, a woman is always gonna find a way to put herself in your line of sight. I swear to you. I swear this to you. A woman, it seems random, but she will always find a way to position herself in your line of sight, especially at the gym. Because you know what? You come in, you say hi to a few guys that you know, and you get to work. Your energy speaks for itself. You are flowing, and that flow state speaks for itself. And that energy can be picked up miles away. Because remember, we are nothing but energy. And as your semen increases, your energy increases. Your frequency increases. It gets more potent. And thereby, when it goes out into the world, it sends out more powerful messages. And you attract things on the same level of that frequency. People feel compelled to say, good seeing you. So, I know I said, keep it for baby Jesus or center. That's just fun. That's just something to laugh at. But we're keeping the semen for ourselves, for self-love, for what it means to us, for what it does for us. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. We got to do it. We have to do it. I am your good brother. I've been through it. I've learned the ropes. I've suffered enough. I've messed up enough. I've lost enough. I got to be honest with you. My true life did not begin until I retained for 40 days in a row. I woke up. Before that first 40 days, I used to be asleep. I had no idea what was going on in the world, although I had always been very intellectual, involved in business, and I had success with women. I'm one of the men who've had success with women. But nevertheless, I was sleeping until that first 40 days of semen retention. And so, going for roughly 5 years now, not 5 years straight. I want to clear that out. I have guys coming into on my channel in the comments saying this guy is the truest speaker of semen retention. It's not 5 years straight. There's no need to hold for 5 years straight. We're not trying to prove anything. All we're trying to do is improving our own lives. Do you have more energy? Are you more powerful? Are you more magnetic? Are you more dynamic? Well, that's all I need. That's all you really need. Can you do more work now? Can you hold one thought for longer periods of time? Can you conceive an idea, write it down, devise a plan, put that plan into action, follow up with action until you see the results. And when you see the results, you take corrective actions where is necessary. Can you do that? If you can do that, you're fine by me. And quite honestly, you're fine by yourself too. You're fine by the universe because you're progressing. You're putting in work. If you can do that. Is your life changing? Are people in your life more favorable towards you? If yes, you're keeping enough energy. You're vibrating high enough. You are on a high frequency enough. You see, like with everything else, men are very egotistical. And we may want to have the boasting or the bragging rights of how hard we've done it. I used to be like that. I used to have that until I had some ego death experiences where I don't need bragging rights of however long or how hard I've done it. I don't need that. All I need is, can you look at me and see something good? Can I speak with you and influence you? Can I explain to you where I was 5 months ago, 1 year ago, and where I am now? Can that happen? Can you work with me? If you've known me for a year, have you seen any progress? If that's true, if yes is the answer to all of these questions, we're good. I'm good. I'm gonna tell you, I have a date tomorrow. And boy, I've been planning in my mind. I've been staying on top of my game because it could very well easily get out, especially with the person, especially with the woman, right? But I know my self-love. I know the consequences. And so not only she knows what journey I'm on, but I know what journey I'm on. I know how my life is right now. And so I plan ahead of time. I plan. All I have to do is perfecting my practices. However, whatever I've been practicing, to hold it while doing it and walk away with the strength and the same power and the same vitality in me. And so I'm here after leaving the gym, taking a shower and sit right here. You know, I just left the gym, came back here, turn everything on, go take a shower. Like basically I was doing multitasking to go live, because at 5 something I got to leave for Christmas dinner invitation, right? One of my good friends. But we got to talk. I have to remind you. I have to talk to you. Somebody has to do it. And since I'm your good brother, I'm my brother's keeper, and since I've traveled the path, and since I know the pain, and since I know the hurt, and since I know the benefits, and since I have answered my calling, listen, 30 minutes is enough to chat with you. Those of you who are on right now, and when I end, somebody else will find it tonight. And just the title alone, N.U.T.S XMAS, might save one man tonight who was already going down that path. What's up, fellas? It's good to see you in the chat. One of you, 100%. Yes, it's the Lord's work. Error code. What's up, brother? Thanks for having you in the house. Desmond Perry, my brother. Good to see you. What's up? What's going on, guys? It's good to have you. Let me blow up this chat window. There we go. Can read better. I'm currently on medication right now, and I have been on retention before that. Sometimes after the medicine, I feel drained. Is the medication affecting me, sir, by draining me? So one thing is sure, if you feel drained, that's a different experience than you are actually drained. Okay, so if you are on semen retention, if you did not release, but you feel drained and you are on medication, we have to assume that that feeling is associated with the medications. And what can you do? Stay there, keep going, keep taking your medication for whatever you need to heal in your body, and keep retaining and stay there. Now, we know medications always have side effects, and one of the most popular side effects of medications is drowsiness, feeling weak, kind of like that lethargic type of state. We know that. So yeah. So don't listen to your lower self to associate that with maybe it's because you're not busted a nut or anything like that. Keep retaining and keep taking your medication for whatever you're taking it for. Once you are retaining, you're good. And yes, medications do have side effects, so all is well, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate it, my brother. Thank you very much. Chevion Productions, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate you too, my brother. Appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you guys for sharing. YouTube sends out my end of year analytics, and for the year, it says that my videos have been shared 662 times. I've said if the 162 times is me, because I've shared it a lot, I've shared my videos a lot, the 500 times is you guys, somebody else. That alone, I'm grateful for. You understand? I'm not using my computer to watch porn. I'm using it to produce videos that people are sharing. If I never recovered and never made it here, there wouldn't be any video for somebody to share. You know how many good comments I've had, and you guys saying thank you here? You know how many guys I've had, look, man, you've changed my life. You've changed my life. So if you guys have shared my videos 500 times for the year, that's success, bro. It's intangible success, but nonetheless, success is first, intangible, because success is first, mental, psychological, emotional, energetic, and then it shows itself in the real world, physically. How? Somebody might read that comment or some of the comments and be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go and to Patreon and sign up for coaching with David. Okay, and by the way, there is a link pinned on top in the chat section. And so it's good to have you guys here. I know it's Christmas and we're getting ready for dinner, and this is dinner time. But listen, man, when you get to this level, you no longer abide by those societal consensus. Like, well, it's Christmas afternoon, people are winding down and people are getting ready to go eat. Man, fuck all that. I'm gonna go live. Some of my brothers will come on and somebody will find this information tonight before midnight. What's up, fellas? You can tell I'm on a high. Yes, you can tell I'm high. Yes, you can tell I'm way up there. And I'm very grateful for it, bro. So this week, I pulled out some old journals from my life from 6, 7, 4, 5 years ago. Bro, I see where I've been. You know, I keep my journals. I have loads of them. I only had to pull about 3 or 4 and lay them down on my desk and just go through them, just skim into the pages. Bro, I see where I've been. I see how weak I have been, how beta I have been, how emotional I have been, how bothered I have been in my mind, how insecure I have been while on Semen, while on PMO, of course. How unstable emotionally I have been, how badly I have acted in my life, how out of character I have acted on PMO. Right there in the pages of my journals. My journals tell me my past life, and that helps me to be grateful for today. And and that encourages me to do the work for you and for myself too, because giving is receiving. As I give you, I receive. Teaching is learning twice. As I teach you, I'm learning again. I'm creating more syntaxes or further syntax of my information, of whatever I know. And so whatever we do for ourselves, well, for others, we also do for ourselves. Because there is a relationship in the universe is based on relationship. What goes out must come back in. What goes up must come back down. Whatever you give will come back. And the tendency for the comeback is multiplied because there is an interest that's been added. You know, that's the nature of the universe. At the Los Campos, my brother, Merry Christmas. Let's keep it for, let's do a N.U.T.S XMAS. Let's keep it for this Christmas. Here we go. Right here. There we go. N.U.T.S XMAS. Santa is watching. But most importantly, your conscience is watching. Most importantly, your self-love is watching. Your higher spirit is watching. The people in your life are watching. The people around you are watching. They are watching. If you're here for the first time and you don't know what I do and you don't know what Men's Superpower is about, this is what we are about, and consider subscribing. Here we go. But first, if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. I have nothing but practical insights and information for you if you are getting on NoFap and semen retention. If you browse my channel, I guarantee you will find videos that will help you on any stage that you may be on this journey, because I covered this journey entirely, because this journey is really made up of 3 stages, and I have covered all of the 3 stages. So do yourself a favor, subscribe, and also check my link for Patreon for a coaching opportunity with me. The guys that I have been coaching, their lives are being changed and expanded daily. I mean daily. So you could be one of them. If you're ready, I'm ready. Because I am excited and thrilled to help my brothers to become alive, dynamic, present, jovial, free as I am. Yes, because I am excited to help my brothers to become dynamic, powerful, to move around with dexterity, self-confidence. I mean crazy levels of self-confidence. I mean cocky levels of self-confidence. I'm telling you. And you know what's funny? I've been told, David, you have a way of talking about yourself that commands respect and it puts you so high, but it doesn't even sound egotistical. It doesn't even sound cocky. It just comes out. And so I have a woman who texts me, Merry Christmas to you, my number one. Hey, great text. Beautiful text, right? A beta male would chew that, will be happy to receive that. And I quite honestly, I am happy to receive that, right? Because it's somebody I have consideration for too. But you know what I said to myself, which I don't need to text it to her. I'm just going to let her enjoy reaching out and saying that, right? But in myself, you know what I said? Heck no, I am not number one. You kidding me? I can't be number one. Oh, get ready for it. I can't be number one. How can I be number one? You know what that means if I'm number one? That means there is a possibility of a fucking number 2, number 3, number 4, all the way to number infinite. That can't be, because there's only one me. There's only one of my kind in my kind. So I can't be number one. So I have to tell I don't even have to remind myself, but that's what I said to myself. I said to myself, oh baby, this is all sweet that I'm number one for you. But listen to me. I'm not number one nowhere. It's only one of me. I'm just David Hughes, the only of his kind. I don't need to tell her that. She already knows that cockiness in me. But she meant well. In her level of consciousness, she meant well. But in my fucking level of consciousness, which she already knows, she knows it's only one me. But I let her enjoy her sweetness. I didn't have to say it, but guess what? I said it to myself. I was at the gym and I'm like, oh, David, you're not number one. Hell no, David can't be number one. David is the only. And not even the only one, because even that, linguistically, we're talking linguistically speaking. Even that, the only one can take us to a whole different argument. But David is David Hughes. In his kind, he's the one. He is the one. Okay? And so this is the level that we want to come to have that sheer, almost unbreakable self-confidence. Now, don't get me wrong, your own thoughts will try to put you on to the edge. Your own thoughts will try to get you off the path. Your own system, your own toxicity, your own insecurities, your own unconscious ailments will try to get the best of you sometimes. But on Semen Retention, you will be empowered to stand. And you will stand and you will correct them. You will correct your thoughts. You will correct your feelings. You will still take the right action. Because you will be remembered. Oh, this is just my thoughts fucking with me. This is not true. And therefore, you won't take action on that particular suggestion from your own thoughts. And so you're going to come out powerful. You're going to come out stronger. You're going to come out more beautiful. Because you know it's your system messing with you. If you've been here with me, you know I always play this song that I found and that I have also licensed to play on my shows. It's the, I call it the Semen Retention song. Anybody who's here for at least the second time knows that I love to play this song because the lyrics helps me, or the lyrics convey messages of the man on Semen Retention. That's what the lyrics do for me. When I listen to the lyrics, which we're gonna enjoy together. We're gonna listen to it together, and you're gonna realize that the lyrics are lyrics of men on Semen Retention, because we are powerful. That shit is crazy how much your life can transform just by holding your life force, just by holding your vitality, just by going through that process. And since my time is limited today, let's enjoy the song right now. Listen to the lyrics. Listen to the lyrics. Listen to the words. And if you are on Semen Retention, you already know this experience. If you're not, if you have just started, then this is what you're looking forward to. This is the picture to have in your mind. This is the kind of man that you're on your way to becoming. Let's go.
All eyes on the way I vibe when I walk into the room. Wind blows underneath the soles of my brand new parachute. I got the attention. I'm on a mission. No sweat in the way I step. I got a fresh new attitude. Oh my, my, my. Oh my, my, my. Call me a king. You can buy me a crown. Oh my, my, my. Oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up. And this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who try to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. New look, got the ladies shook. New watch saying it's my time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. Got the retention. I'm on a mission. 'Cause ever since I flipped that switch,
My power can't be denied.
Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Pay attention. I'm on a mission. I'm there with the vision. Got a passion. Making it happen. Ready for action. And this is my world now.
And so the lyric says, ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. That's my favorite line of all the lyrics. Ever since I've flipped that switch on. What switch, you ask? You're damn right, you got the answer. Semen retention switch. Ever since I went the first 40 days of semen retention, the most courageous shit I've ever done, the most troubling shit I've ever done, the most shocking to my system shit I've ever done. I felt hot and cold at the same time, like I was having hot flashes like a woman on menopause. I felt like I was going crazy. At one point in time, I got suicidal within the first 40 days. Because you got to understand, animals have killed themselves when they wanted to mate, or the system, it was time for mating and there was no female around to mate. They killed themselves. They find ways of, whether jumping off a cliff or running into, they found way to kill themselves. And that's documented. A man can go all the way to feeling suicidal if he's not releasing. Now, hold on. It's a phase very early on, but only under the hard circumstances like myself. I go hard at anything I do. That's me. And so while certain guys could have, or while other guys could have relapsed 10, 15 days in between, under that pressure, I pushed it hard. I was working, I was living by myself, and the job that I had at the time, I was working by myself, although I was among people, but it was really by myself. And so it was my life circumstances at the time, my personal situation made it possible for me to endure pain. And there were times I left my house, my apartment, and did not come back. I stayed in my car. There were days, there were nights. I would go to a Walmart parking lot, I swear to you, and sleep in my car. I couldn't sleep home because I knew I couldn't lie to myself. I knew if that night I stepped foot in the house, that would be it. That would be it. That would have been it. I knew it. Yeah, maybe you won't go that far to save yourself one nut. But see, it's more than just saving one nut. It's about that moment becoming a milestone in rewiring your brain. Because those days or those nights were tipping points that marked a milestone in rewiring my brain. What we do, and of course, no fault of our own, it's the way our system is designed. At the tipping point, when the pressure is on, when the water gets the hottest, when the oil gets the hottest, The tendency, you know it, is to cave in, is to give in, to start over. I'm hardcore. I love pain, quite honestly, because I know pain is only a medium of transformation. Ooh, I've never said this before. Although I believe the concept, I know, but I've never made that statement just like that. Pain is a medium for transformation. Dang. You can't transform without pain. I've learned this very early on in my life, so I've been able to capitalize on it. You can't transform without pain. And bro, I've transformed a lot over my life, which means I've faced a lot of pain. Willingly. Oh, you don't know what pain I have accepted to face just so I could grow. You don't know. If I tell you some of them, you probably judge me, be like, dang, you did that? Yes. But wait till you hear the benefits, the growth, the expansion, the man that I am today. Then you'll be like, I don't know if I could do it, David, but you did it. But dang, your life is much more beautiful. I guess it makes you what you are today. And so we're talking about flipping that switch. Ever since I flipped that switch, my power has not been denied. And I like to say to myself first and to people that I come in contact with, I cannot deny my power on Semen Retention. I cannot deny the power of my current life, the power of what my life has become. And people who come in contact with me cannot deny the fact either. If you're starting out, this is what to look forward to. If you've been on this journey for a minute, congrats. Just keep going. I also want to tell you, part of my philosophy for this journey is it does mean something to hold our semen. Absolutely. If all you ever did is holding your semen for the rest of your life, I'd be your best supporter. I'd be like, yo, that's the way to go. That's exactly what we need to do, right? But I also realized that, I have realized that semen retention is actually a tool. Because what keeps a man from succeeding, right? What keeps a man from succeeding? What are some of the things that keep a man from succeeding? Low energy? You probably wouldn't choose low energy as the first reason or one of the first reasons. Because when your energy is low, your mind can't focus on one thought. And every new success has to start with what? One thought. I want you to listen to me carefully, because you're going to hear something else elsewhere. You're going to hear, because you don't have goals, because you don't have dreams, because you're not motivated. Fuck all that. Because guess what? Motivation is conditional. You need something for motivation to be behind. Motivation is a fire. It must have a pot to cook. And that's why some of the self-development teachers out there have said, no, everybody's motivated. You have motivation. So, but it's what you're doing with it. It's what it's cooking. So, motivation is a power for creation, but you must have the what first. But the reason you can't accomplish one thing is because even if you have the thought, you can't keep the thought long enough. You can't process the thought long enough. You can't find the life in the thought. You can't expand on the thought. And of course, hypermental activity is the number one reason why people can't accomplish anything. Because people can't stay on one thought for too long. They have the thought right now. Oh yeah, I have a thought. Whoa, nice. Bam, it's gone. The next thought, the game. The next thought, the thought on the street. The next thought, porn. The next thought, Cardi B, Instagram, Bigo Live, or whatever. That's the next thought. And so you can never create anything because you can't stick to one thought. And success cannot be achieved unless you can conceive an idea, sit with it, devise a plan for it, sit with the plans, put action behind the plan, sustain more action, get the results, evaluate the results, take corrective actions where necessary, and when necessary, celebrate the success of accomplishing that particular goal, perfect your craft, and do it again, whether in the same area or in another area. If you can't go through that process, you can't get nothing done, small or big. And here I'm not even talking about big things like creating a company. I'm talking about, for example, sticking to a workout plan. I'm talking about sticking to a sleeping schedule. Yeah, simple as that. I'm talking about showing up at work on time or before time, doing your work well. I'm talking about receiving your paycheck, always saving 10% and make the 90% go far and stick to it. I'm talking about these things. These things, for a lot of guys who are where I am, we've already learned they're very easy, they have become automatic. But for a lot of guys, these are major struggle. Some guys are always running late for work. When I used to have a regular job, my rule was at least 15 minutes early. There were days I would go to work 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and just chill in my car, just relax, and sometimes take a nap even. I had to establish discipline in those small, so to speak, areas of my life. And when I got my paycheck, I had to discipline myself to save 10% consistently. I had to establish the discipline that whenever overtime was offered, I was going to sign up for that bitch and work it and get the money and put the money aside. Those small disciplines, I had to do it. First, just like JP, referring to Jordan Peterson here, okay? Just like Jordan Peterson said, fix your bed. You want to be successful? Fix your bed. Just like the army sergeants or whatever the ranks are, army leaders say, you want to be successful in the army? Get up on time and fix your bed. The psychology behind it is huge. Of course, I know because I've done it. In my culture, you are criticized if you get up and leave your house without your bed made. And for years, I went through that conditioning of making my bed before I leave the house. And that discipline is necessary until a lot of us, I'm talking about Haitians, until we get to the place in our lives where we feel like, okay, that's no longer necessary as a discipline, where I'm not gonna take time to make the bed and run late for work or something else, right? It's some sort of meeting. But you got to understand, I have already established the discipline, and now I can transfer the discipline to work or to business. And so I can get up and leave my bed unmade for a particular day to run to a meeting before time. But before I could get to that business level, of self-discipline, I had to learn it in the house, in my immediate environment. And so semen retention is a tool. And I'm not even referring to building businesses and releasing an album, and no. Showing up to work on time. Have success in those small areas first. Yours truly, on semen retention, I had to start with the smallest successes first. Running my apartment effectively first. Managing my money effectively first. Getting my mind right in dating a woman first. Interacting with her more healthily first. And I got to be honest with you. What if I had never done those things? Do you think I would be right here behind this camera and mic talking to you? Inspiring you? Working for you? I don't think so. Because I wouldn't have the discipline. I wouldn't. I wouldn't have the self-confidence, because discipline delivers self-confidence. I wouldn't have the self-confidence. I wouldn't have the discipline of creating all of this. And so semen retention is a tool. I like to tell my clients, and recently I had the pleasure of hearing that back from a client. I'm saying the pleasure because when you're teaching, unless you hear it back from the student, they have not learned it. You know that. Back home in Haiti, where I grew up, where I went to really what you call high school or whatever here. So in America, I just went straight to college. I didn't grow up here. I came to America at 22. I was 22 years old. So, a practice in our school system home is reciting materials. I don't know how that is in here, because I don't have any small children studying in America. Although I've always dated women with children, but I've never done homework with children. I've never had to deal with anything that has to do with school work in here, right? But home, we have something where you go home and memorize the lessons, memorize the materials, and come and recite them. In the lower grades, of course. So until and unless you can recite that back, the teacher is not satisfied that you have learned. And I'm saying reciting out of memory. So it's the same thing. When you hear it back, you're like, okay, it has clicked in. You have learned. What did I hear back? A client said he was on vacation with his wife, and he got to have sex with her without releasing. And he went through that whole experience very beautifully. And he said, I guess now I understand when you say I have to capitalize on the days that I'm retaining. I understand now what it means, what you mean by capitalize on your retention days. The days that you are retaining, the days that the energy is high in you, capitalize on those days, because a release is on the way. A relapse is on the way. Yeah, I know you don't like to hear it. You don't want me to hear it. But a relapse is on the way. A release is on the way. Oh, a relapse is on the way. A release is on the way. Yeah, I think I have no, I can't see, I can't see your chat. I'm not seeing your chat. Ronnie, I'm not seeing your chat. I'm getting your text in private, but there's nothing in the chat with your name on it. But thanks for being here, my brother. So that's another client of mine that's on the live who's texted me saying he's on live. If it's your text messages, I haven't checked text messages since the gym because I'm pressed for time right now. I wanted to do this live, but I will get to the text as soon as I'm done here. But if you have sent any message in the chat on the live. I haven't seen. The last message we have here is Adelios from Adelios Campos. But thanks for being here, Young King. I like to call him Young King. He's a young entrepreneur, very young, but making moves. Very tenacious, very tenacious. And I've seen a lot of success in his life. I think we've almost been working for a year now, together for a year now. I've seen a lot of progress, a lot of success. We're talking about from not being able to go out and drink and not bust a nut that night to being able to do that, having a girlfriend, moving in with the girlfriend, and finally having sex with the girlfriend and still retaining. So that's a lot of progress, and that has taken a lot of months, but eventually it happens. And things like that make me happy. Things like that make me rejoice. And so what I'm teaching you here, or what I'm sharing with you here, works. Of course. Because energy speaks for itself. Energy speaks for itself. Send me some questions, guys. Oh, my bad. Send me some questions, comments, or whatnot, because I gotta leave at 5 something to go to a dinner. You know, I'll be like, okay, I've already done it live. I talked to my guys. Somebody's gonna get saved tonight from busting a nut, so all is well. Let me go and have some fun and enjoy my time. Send me questions, guys, comments. Where are you at? What's your plan for tonight? I'm looking for a commitment, actually. I'm looking for a commitment. If you are committed to make efforts, as much as it depends on you, to hold your semen for tonight, to do it for Santa or baby Jesus, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Are you saying if we keep repeating just one thought, it's going to manifest? You just said it. Yes. You've heard it. That's why you're repeating it. That's why you're asking the question. Yes, it's the exact thing that I'm saying. The foundational requirement for manifestation is to hold a thought for a long time. All you need to manifest a thought, listen to me and listen to me good. There was a time I wouldn't say that because I studied English in America. English is like my 4th language type of thing. So I used to say, listen to me and listen to me well, when everybody's saying, listen to me good. Of course, you know, grammatically, my brain is saying, no, not good, well. But no, I understand that because, you know, I didn't grow up here. But now that I've learned a lot of vernacular, I understand. Listen to me good. The thought that you hold 90% of the time will manifest. Hold the thought 90% of the time, it will show up, it will manifest. You don't need to go crazy about it. You don't even need to think positively about it all the time. Because guess what? Once you have a thought that you're working towards, your system is going to send you some negative thoughts towards that thought. So long the negative thoughts are not 100% of the time, that thought would manifest. Yes, sir. Oh, matter of fact, let me read you something. So I have, of course, I'm a big fan of The Secret. Although, it's very preliminary. From a man who studied the mysteries, it's very preliminary. But The Secret is true. Even people who say, well, there's no secret, don't listen to The Secret. But that's how they manifest. You can't manifest other ways. That's the rule of the universe. Anyhow, I have The Secret app, and a lot of times when I get a good message of the day, I would print them. And sometimes I print them 8 by 10. 8 by 10 for like $5 at Walgreens, and then I put them on my walls. Okay? And here is one that's right in front of me right now. This is 8 by 10, right? If you know The Secret app, you're going to recognize this, right? 8 by 10. Here is what it says. Our thoughts create powerfully when we put them in action. Any action we take must be preceded by a thought. Thoughts create the words we speak, the feelings we feel, and our actions. Actions are particularly powerful because they are thoughts that have caused us to act. I'm going to read that again. Thoughts create powerfully when we put them into action. Any action we take must be preceded by a thought. Thoughts create the words we speak, the feelings we feel, and our actions. Actions are particularly powerful, because they are thoughts that have caused us to act. Thoughts are things. All right, I'll pull that up back later. I want it to follow my system. I can read another one for you. I have some more. Let me read this for you, right? I want you to understand it. It says, you can have what you want if you know how to form the mold for it in your own thoughts. There is no dream that may not come true if you but learn to use the creative force working through you. The methods that work for one will work for all. The key to power lies in using what you have, freely and fully, your thoughts, and thus opening wide your channels for more creative force to flow through you. Okay? You can have what you want if you know how to form the mold for it in your own thoughts. That's what I'm talking about. Having been manifesting for the past, I dare to say, 6 years now. Because I think, I came across my first video on LOA, the law of attraction, maybe 2013. And I probably didn't really start getting into it until 2014. But I know for sure 2014. The first thing I manifested, a girl. Yes, a certain type of girl. I did. Anyhow. What this teaching just said is true. If you know how to form the mold of what you want in your thoughts, you can have what you want. But you got to know how to form the mold for it. And what is the mold? Let's talk about it. The mold really is keeping the thought, holding the thought, visualizing the thought, imagining the thought, writing about the thought, feeling the thought, projecting the thought. That's creating the the mold for it. And I swear to you, when the time comes, when other conditions have been met, there is only one possibility. It's for that shit to show up in your life, right in front of you. That's not my own shit. That's not my stuff. That's what's out there. That's what everybody on manifestation levels talk about. I'm not the only one. I've studied the mysteries, yes. I've practiced the mysteries, yes. And quite frankly, I got to be honest with you. I've told you on my last live, there are a lot of things that I don't do physically no more. Many conversations I don't have with a person no more. I take care of it in my consciousness. I take care of it in my thoughts. I talk to them at the level of the soul, energetically, and watch them take action, display behaviors, and say the words or do the things that I desire to manifest. There's a concept in Taoism called Wu Wei. Wu Wei is this weird concept that until you're ready to embody, you cannot manifest. Wu Wei is action, non-action. Taking action by not taking action. What that is a special state to come into, which is really a flow state. It's a state where you picture, you visualize, you hold the thought, you're forming the mold, you feel it, you experience it in your consciousness. That's taking action, but I bet you never associated that with action. Because guess what? Our thoughts are literal units of energy in the cosmos, although we can't see them. And so that's taking action. At the same time, not taking action. It's not contradictory. It's a concept, and you have to come there. That is, you have to lose your ego, because the ego always wants to take physical action to demonstrate. And you have to have experienced a lot of ego death experiences where you will have to know, this is not the time. Your ego is saying, make that phone call, say it, go. You're like, Usa, relax. Relax. Let's go meditate. Let's go smoke a cigar, light our incense, light our candles, close the door, go in the room, very dark. Let's put some entheogenic music on. Let's sit down quietly. Let's go in our chamber of manifestation. Let's go up. Let's talk to the Father. Let's take care of it there. And let's wait for the results. I don't know any other way to say this to you, except I guarantee you, or I swear, it has to take place. Now, somebody, might argue, because that's how the ego is. Well, why then haven't you manifested $1 million? Every manifestation requires that certain other conditions be met. A lot of conditions in my life have not been met to manifest that yet. But other things, like a beautiful car, like a beautiful woman, like a woman who will respect me, like money for me to live off, like doing work that I want to do, like being able to make myself move, like being able to basically watch my life progress by being able to manifest, for example, manifest a personal trainer. Because I remember, so I almost quit my gym because I was like, man, I'm tired of doing this by myself, man. I think I need to work with somebody. And of course, I went into my manifestation chamber. I pictured a certain kind of trainer, a certain kind of vibe I was looking for. Not so much, well, okay, do this, do that, and that's it. I was looking for that too, but also more like a person I can relate to, because I'm a relationship guy. Boom. You know, he's been on the show several times. He makes vegetable juice. I get to purchase the juice from him. We get to talk about spirituality. Manifested that, right? And my body has been transforming. And so a lot of conditions must be met for your manifestations. And a lot of times people get jittery when they're manifesting. They're like, well, it ain't come yet. No, we're okay. Do you know the primary brakes, the primary wall that stops your manifestations is your subconscious mind? Your limiting beliefs, your fears, your emotions, your insecurities, your sense of your lack of self-worth, your lack of self-love. Those things are the primary wall to manifestation. And so as you develop this internal mechanism, it frees you up and you're able to access higher levels of manifestation. That's why, for example, I think there is a video out there where Oprah says, oh, right now I'm a powerful manifester. Think about it. It shows up, of course, because she's a billionaire now. If she thinks I want gold-plated bathroom accessories, done. Because guess what though? But she has had to be that news anchor first, manifest that. Remember, she said how she manifested that. She didn't get the job, and she said, you know what? I let go. And she began to sing that Christian song of I surrender. And that's part of it. Letting go and surrender is part of the process. Don't hold on too tight, because you're creating friction and you're creating toxicity. And she said, I surrender all. She began to sing that. The phone call came in. You have been selected for that position. And so all the way to being a billionaire, right? Self-made billionaire. So we have other people who manifest just like that, but they have been increasingly manifesting, and your inside, your internal world must be harmonious, because it's the primary wall. And so how does semen retention help that? Semen retention helps that in the fact that when your semen is high, your energy is high, and you can keep a thought, a positive thought, better and for longer. That's it. Your emotions tend to be more positive. Remember, I said the number one barrier to manifestation is your unconscious mind, with its infinite number of negativity. Ooh, that's a beast. And so in semen retention, you can hold a positive thought longer. This is how semen retention helps with manifestation. You need to hold the thought to manifest. When your energy is low, you tend to do what? To think negatively, to be more pessimistic, to be more cynical, more skeptical, and to feel more anxious, and therefore less worthy of something, less assertive. And so you can't manifest. You can't manifest in that state. This is what you need to look forward to, my brother. It's my pleasure, my brother. This is some serious shit. I know. My bro, thanks for being here. I think I saw your text coming in. But yeah, man, I just decided on a whim to go live for 1 hour. Got to be at dinner for 5, but really, I'm planning on getting there at 5:45. And I thought I'd text you, say, hey, if you can, some guys can on a whim do things. We would chat, but it's good. We'll do it again. Correct on this one. It does take a lot of patience and a strong subconscious mind to manifest. And bruh, I'm telling you, you couldn't have said it better than this. Especially in the earlier stage of learning, of developing that. Because I'm telling you, I remember days, I remember nights when my mind didn't have one thing positive in it. It's a process. I remember. Any area you would bring up in those seasons, there was nothing positive in my mind about those areas, any area at all. But today, every area of my life has mostly positive thoughts associated with it. So I feel lighter, more grounded, more connected. And so it's easier to do work. For example, right? Do you know what it takes to get up, go to the gym, work out hard, come back, turn on my equipment as I'm taking a shower, dressing up, and getting all the equipment, because they were not already set. Knowing that I only have 1 hour and then I'm going to go drive about 45 minutes to get somewhere. I'm going to tell you what happens. If my energy is not high, if I'm not in a state of flow, my mind is going to create blockage. You know how the blockage will come? Well, that's not enough time. 30 minutes, 45 minutes. You might run late. That's how it is. But when your energy is high, you are in a flow state. Once the idea comes, you perceive energetically, it's a good idea, and there's no resistance to it. There's no resistance to it. My subconscious mind right now does not resist the idea of going live on a whim, especially, for those guys, when they go live, they earn money just like that. Maybe their mind would say, well, if you go live, you're probably going to make $100 because, those guys, they're sharing ideas that people feel excited about, but that's not the case for me. It's not like there is any immediate physical reward associated with me going live. So really, that's even more reason, if my subconscious mind was not right, for it to discourage me. For what? Take it easy. You have time to go live. But I am motivated by my love for you. I am motivated by my dedication to the work. I am motivated by my commitment to the work. I am motivated to continuing to be my brother's keeper. And so my subconscious mind no longer puts itself as a barrier towards things that I want to manifest. But it, like the brother says here, my brother, it definitely takes patience and a strong subconscious mind. You have to clear that before you can get to that place. You are a lifesaver with this information you are giving out. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We're looking forward to that interview together. Maybe we will include some manifestation into it. So we're looking forward to that interview. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, appreciate that. So my background is, or the truth about me, or however you want to put it. I've been learning, meditating, studying since 17. I'm 40. So that's roughly 23 years, right? But high-speed internet I mean, I used to always jerk off and, fantasize and chase girls. Before high-speed internet, before 2005, I really just used to fantasize about a girl, jerk off, and chase girls for sex. Like I used to run the streets for sex. I used to leave the house and not come back. My goal would be, I'm not coming back until I hit somebody, and that used to happen. And then in 2005, DSL came out and I began to watch porn and my life just went. So I've always been a reader. I've always been a researcher. I've always been studying the mysteries. I also have a degree in theology. Really, for years, PMO kept me from sharing those things with the world, from shining my light. Yeah. Talking about manifestation, there was a time this was just a thought. This was a thought in 2016, late 2016, early 2017. Building a studio was a thought. The only thing I had here back then is the same laptop. Everything else is new. So, which means I have slowly but gradually the same process that I described earlier. I had the thought, I knew this is exactly what I need to be doing, and I stuck with it, as my semen retention game got stronger. Stuck with it, planned, saved money, and purchased equipment, learned audio, visuals, editing, because I didn't have any idea about these things. Learn equipment, learn editing, learn lighting, learn a whole bunch of things. And I've been through some frustrations, okay? I've had days and nights where like, fuck, I can't get this right. Oh my God, like, oh. But I know at that moment, I need to take a deep breath and stop and go for a walk, go for a drive, or leave it alone, and the answer will come. And sure enough, it did many, many times. Of course, I've had a lot of frustrations, but here I am with sort of industry standard equipment, a Shure SM7B, Rodecaster Pro, a Lumix G7 camera, good lighting. It's been a process. But what am I saying all these for? Even this little new background and the setup here, everything here has been a manifestation by itself. Getting this desk in the shape that I have it here has been a manifestation. Getting this chair, if you can see it, it's one of those white pleather or leather pleather office chair, I think brand new, the $300 or almost $400 type of chair, but I got it for $30. And everything else. It's because I've been able to gradually hold the thought, feel the thought, visualize the thought, perfect the thought, over and over again. Meanwhile, clearing my subconscious mind. Listen to me. If you have an enemy, if you ever have an enemy, it's your subconscious mind. If you ever have a friend too, it's your subconscious mind. Right now, my subconscious mind is my ally. Ally, right? Ally or ally? Hold on. Anyhow, sometimes my brain doesn't want to pronounce English as effectively because of other languages. However, ALLY. Right now, my brain is my number one ally. But I'm telling you, my subconscious mind, I meant. But I'm telling you, that hasn't always been the case, bro. That thing used to be hostile towards me first. Anything I decided, no, we ain't gonna do that. No, you can't. No, you're not doing this. No, this is not possible. No, no, everything. But guess what? Until you learn this information, you're thinking what your mind is saying is right. You're thinking your mind is your friend at that moment. You're thinking it's just saying good stuff. Oh, it's too cold. We're not gonna run. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. It's cold. I might catch pneumonia and die. Yeah. But when you learn this information, you know, oh, it's my primal instincts for comfort and survival to keep from dying. That's kicking in. But it has nothing to do with my growth and my development. And I'm not going to catch pneumonia and die if I go run in the cold. Lots of people are running in the cold. There are countries that have more months of cold than other type of temperature. They still run and exercise. And so you go for the run. You understand? That's the switch that has to be made. That's the place you have to come to. N.U.T, my brother, we are indeed a manifestation gang. We are indeed a manifestation gang. Yes, sir. It really... Everybody's echoing the same thing. It really does take patience, strong will, and a clear vision. Fuck of the future. Fuck. Thank you. Thank you, boss at home, and thank you, N.U.T. And this is how I respect guys more. Now, I respect everybody, of course. We are human beings and you're my brothers. But what I'm saying here is, I know you have done the work. I know you went on my live here playing around. And of course, if you follow me, most likely you're on that high level. I got to be honest with you. If you're here for more than 5 minutes, you're already on a higher frequency than most guys. Because, well, that's where I am. There are lots of younger guys and even older guys doing this kind of work, but they have their own vibe, and I have my own vibe. And I happen to be on that strong, deep, strong meat and higher order of learning and living. So if you're here, I already know. But when I hear something like this, I know for sure you've done this work. Oh yeah. And that's why you're here almost every live. And I appreciate that. And I respect you more. And I know my other brothers are just on their way. Where's the other my boss at home message? That's like this message. There we go. Yeah, they're all echoing the same thing. And so for you guys who have not gotten to the place of being a badass manifester. When I say badass, I mean a badass manifester. You think of it, the phone rings. You think of it, the text message comes. You think of it, you leave the house, you go to the store, you find it. But you've been looking at it, you've been looking for it for 10 months. But that one last day, as you lay down to go to sleep, you heard in the morning, around 9 or 10, it would be a great idea to go to that particular store. I swear to you. I swear to you that's how it works. I swear to you that's how it happens. You've been holding the thought. You've been doing the work. You've been clearing your subconscious mind. And you might just lay down. As you are laying down, and a picture flashes in front of you. And it's a picture of you around 9, 10, 11 going to a certain store. When you have learned the mechanisms of manifestation, you know that's a command. You know that's a revelation from the universe. You know something is about to happen. You don't know what it is specifically yet because you have many things cooking. But you know, oh, I'm going to set my alarm to wake up earlier and get going. I swear to you, you go to that store, that item, you don't know which one of the manifestations because you have so many. But you show up, bam, that monitor you've been thinking about, that 24, 25-inch monitor that you don't want to pay $200 for, you would like to get cheaper because that's what I want. You sure enough, you show up. There goes a monitor that just went on sale. Fraction price. And as you go over, you touch it and grab it. And grab it. Make sure you take it off the shelf because it's the only one. It just went on sale. A few hours before you walked in. You make sure you grab it and walk and go get you a cart to put it in the cart because you didn't have a cart. You didn't know what you were coming for because you have so many manifestations. You just knew that you got an order last night to come to this store around this time, and you are just listening. You're just obeying the power that be. You're just obeying and following the prompts of the universe. Oh. And that's what happened to me 2 days ago. In fact, I even thought of putting a post of a picture of a monitor saying, hey, if any of you guys have a monitor like that, I want to project my MacBook Pro, MacBook Air actually, to a larger monitor. I want to put it maybe somewhere around here, especially when I have an interview, so that my guests could see the same screen I'm seeing. Usually I have my guests looking at the YouTube video live, which is about a few seconds off. So they and I are not on the same page, really, like with few seconds off, because I'm right here in real time. They're on YouTube on his cell phone or whatnot. And I wanted a bigger monitor where it could be right in front of us. We're both looking at the same thing, which is my screen right here. And for other things too. Sometimes I want to play videos that I want to blow them up. Not porn like in the past, but other kinds of videos. In fact, subliminal wealth affirmations videos. Yep, those type of videos. I love them. I watch them all the time. And I love putting them on a big screen. And I was thinking of putting a post saying, guys, if any one of you have one of these and you think I probably have better use for it than you, ship it to me. But I didn't do that, put that post. And sure enough, I got that idea tomorrow morning around this time. Go to such store. Just went on sale. Just went on sale. You wouldn't believe a 24-inch monitor. I don't know how. Went on sale for, you wouldn't believe that. $19.98. How much is it brand new? $150, $149. Don't ask me. I don't know. But that's what happens. Guess what? As I grabbed it and put it in the cart, I looked over and saw a guy who's been standing there looking at me. And we've done that too, right? We've seen this one item on the shelf that somebody's caressing and talking, and we're praying for them to put it down. Because that's exactly what we want. And when I looked, I'm like, oh wow, he's been looking at me because he's been praying that I put this shit back on the shelf. But that day was my manifestation day. And so I have it here. I ordered the wrong VGA to USB HDMI plug of Amazon. I needed a 9-pin. I ordered a 15-pin I needed. I ordered a 9-pin. That's a learning experience. And so, but it's here. And I'm telling you that because that's the most recent manifestation, as if 2 days ago. Brothers, I'm gonna play this song one more time and then we're gonna head out because we gotta go and have that dinner with the people, okay? Let's do it.
All eyes on the way I vibe when I walk into the room. Wind blows underneath the soles of my brand new pair of shoes. I got the attention. I'm on a mission. No sweat in the way I step. I got a fresh new attitude. Oh my, my, my. Oh my, my, my. Call me a king. You can buy me a crown. Oh my, my, my. Oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up. And this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. New look, got the ladies shook. New watch saying it's my time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. Cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Get the attention.
I'm on a mission. The man with the vision.
Got a passion, making it happen, ready for action. And this is my world now.
My brothers, it's been a great pleasure. It's been a great pleasure being here with you. Let me go to that dinner. And of course, we definitely will go live again and we'll talk soon. Until next time, be good. Remember, you are king. Stay in your kingdom. Act like it. Behave like it. Feel like it. And don't bust a nut tonight. See you next time. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery. The journey of self-love. The journey of stay on this journey.